nation's capital, where the George Washington Revolutionaries boast one of the best home marks in college hoops. The spotlight shines on the A-10. Welcome to college basketball on CBS Sports Network, presented by Fresh Bet. From the Charles E. Smith Center in Washington, D.C., it's the GW Revs against the Loyola Chicago Ramblers. And welcome down to the floor. You can feel the buzz in the building alongside two-time NBA All-Star, Georgetown standout Roy Hibbert. I'm John Sadak and our CBS Sports Network crew. And Roy, GW trying to get right after its first league loss, while the Ramblers, a lot of injury.
Yeah, the Rambler team, they're pretty thin up front, so they're going to need guys to step up and help Miles Rubin. Now for GW, this team wants to play with a lot of pace and force the issue and take advantage of those lack of bodies on the other side.
We're going to see two great bigs. This is where you can shine, my friend. Let's dive right in and begin with GW and Rafael Castro.
Rafael Castro is such a pivotal part of this offense, scoring 16 points per game. He can play above the rim. He has great hands. I love that he's a weak side defender to block shots. He's going to have his hands full against Miles Rubin in the post.
Now, Miles Rubin, one of the elite shot blockers.
Yeah, he is great. He's a natural righty, very skilled, but you'll see him use his left hand a lot. So, and at the same time, he is great at blocking shots, leads the A-10 in block shots. So he's a man of my own heart.
He's got 200 on his career. He has become a primary offensive weapon for Loyola Chicago, which should have Justin Moore back. He sat in their loss earlier in the week, while Xavier Amos misses again, and Cade Dotson got hurt late last time out. Will the Ramblers secure arguably their biggest win of the year? Or does GW hold firm at home and turn away the invaders?
Tomorrow, count on a wild card duel between two dynamic QBs. Tomorrow on CBS and streaming on Paramount+.
Something doesn't feel right. I'm really stuck here. I wonder if it's because I'm overpaying for car insurance?
Find out if you're getting pulled under on your car insurance at smarterauto.com. In under 2 minutes, we compare over 90 auto insurance carriers so you know if you're overpaying. You could save up to $800 or more when you compare and switch with our trusted partners.
That feels good.
Find out if you're paying more than you should on car insurance. Shop smarter at smarterauto.com.
I'll give you my bike if you can prove you know your finances.
Sure.
How many subscriptions are you paying for right now?
I don't know, like 4.
Let's download Rocket Money and we'll see if you're right. Oof. Okay, it actually looks like you're paying for 15, which is costing you $290 a month.
What? No way.
All right, let's try again. How much did you spend on food delivery last week?
I don't know, 50 bucks?
It was actually 120. Okay, I'm gonna give you one last try. How much did you spend on online shopping this month so far?
130.
Actually 320. What are you spending all that on?
I don't know what you mean. Okay, where are you getting this information?
It's all on the app. Look, Rocket Money has all your expenses in one place, and it even helps you create a budget based on your past spending. Don't worry about those subscriptions. You can cancel the ones you don't want right from the app, and it'll even try to get you a refund on some of them.
That's actually pretty helpful.
Exactly. You know what? You've been a good sport. I'm gonna let you have the bike anyway.
You know what? I don't like cardio. So, thank you for this. Yeah, see ya.
Okay. No one ever wants the bike. Download Rocket Money today.
This
And the ball is in the net.
is the heartbeat of English soccer. Fans with undying loyalty and iconic owners with premier-level dreams. Where one season decides who rises and who falls. The EFL on CBS Sports Network and streaming on Paramount+.
Starting lineups for Loyola Chicago and GW. The triumphant return of Justin Moore, Loyola Chicago's top scorer, who did not play when they fell to Davidson earlier in the week. GW about as deep as any team in America. A lot of scoring comes off the pine.
Yeah, I mean, this team for Loyola Chicago needs some guys to really step up. And Tavares, he has a perfect opportunity now. He's back in the starting lineup. He started the first 4 or 5 games of the season, had 16 points against Wichita State, 15 against Northern Illinois. So he is very capable.
In terms of the stewards on the sidelines today, Drew Valentine has been missing at least 2 scholarship players every game this year. There was worry they could be down to 7 scholarship men today, but Justin Moore will give it a go. For Chris Caputo, now in season 4 at GW, big-time Miami fan. He was on the staff with Jim Larrañaga when they went to a Sweet 16, later to a Final Four. A lot of pride in the Hurricanes making the championship game in the college football playoff. And part of his message to this GW team, this is your time to shine. And he said the collective we as a program are on the clock to produce.
We're on the clock. Why not us? Why not take advantage of this opportunity and go on a run? Be immortalized in your arena, getting pictures on the wall. That resonated with me, being a Georgetown standout. Not great like Patrick, but a standout.
They had 20 wins last year, trying to take that next step. So here are the bigs, Castro and Rubin, and Castro wins the toss. GW's got it. We're underway. And they score a lot, almost 87 a game. They're on pace to be the best scoring team in program history. And Autry gives that away, trying to force it to Castro.
I think Autry needs to dribble over a little bit, create a better passing angle. But I know what GW wants to do. They want to go at Miles as often as possible, put him on his back leg to get him in foul trouble. But you definitely don't want to start the game off with a turnover.
So here is Justin Moore, who was out on the later stage of warm-ups. Had an ACL tear that cost him most of last year. Only played 9 games. Wide open triple, hesitant 3. Tavares in and out. Castro has the board.
Yeah, so Tavares just needs to go ahead and shoot that shot. This is great. It's in flow. They're not rushing it. Let's see what happens.
Christian Jones, good wraparound look. And Castro had the seal. As soon as he had that spot, he had the bucket.
Oh, yeah, he dug his butt deep into the paint, got low. He told me this morning he wants to get a get-back game. These two, Miles Rubin himself, went at it last year, so he's definitely saved the date for this game.
Elbow J on the way for Moore, a miss. Winsu had it, but the foul on the floor as Trey Autry soared in.
Look at this. They drive to the basket, take their time, pump fake, and look at that duck and seals, clears out the other side, kiss it right off the glass. Kiss it.
Had single-digit points, only had 5 shot tries, got double the lot in the loss to Dayton with turnovers, marred a strong GW showing. Ola Joseph, Tavares on high, probing dribble. Castro denies, wraparound, Winsu.
Winsu's backing it down right here. You can see that they're leading for the trap baseline, but GW got exactly what they wanted out of that. They didn't touch the paint in a quick 3.
Autry transition triple. They roar down the floor. They put up and make a ton of threes. They drop about 10 a game.
Yeah, Autry definitely is a vocal leader. You'll see him barking out commands to his teammates. He loves that. He told me that he was always like a locker room lawyer. He's always loud. As a kid, you know, people get upset at that, but on the court, you love players that can talk early and often.
Tavares off target. They want him to shoot. Christian Jones on the run. Castro wants it. Size mismatch. Double comes right through it.
Big fella kept the ball high. CJ actually passed the ball where only he could get it. Easy bucket.
He's one of the best finishers in the country. Tavares, kick corner. Ola Joseph, air ball. Castro weak side. And a lot of one-and-dones early for the Ramblers.
One-and-dones. I felt that with this lack of scholarship players available, GW has to make sure they maintain the fact that they get no offensive rebounds, and they're doing that. And on the other end, they're hitting shots right when they need it.
Chance at a 4-point play. It's a second triple for Trey Autry.
Look at this passer where he could only get it. He keeps the ball high, pump fake, go up with the left. I love it. And kick it out to Autry, corner 3, corner pocket. You gotta close out without fouling.
Foul to Ola Joseph, his first. Now GW 4 for 4 from the floor. Now add that free throw. It's 11-zip. And we're only 2.5 minutes in.
As a player, you think about the fact that, all right, we're down 10 plus. We need to get a shot that we know it's going to go in. We got to go to a play.
Moore just saves it. Nick Anderson getting time off the pine. The hesitant 3 out of the corner. And we saw the scout. That's exactly what GW wants.
Yes, Ola, Joseph, and Winsu, they say close out short. They're non-shooting wings. They want to drive, cut back door, take away the fact that you don't want them to get a little bit of an edge on you.
Great pass, Aaron Gurr, an extra give. Castro gets the board, trying to fight through Rubin. Over the shot blocker, short, and a foul. For Castro, an intimidating physical presence early.
Yeah, he is. But I want to, as a former big guy, I want to talk to Miles Rubin right here. I want Miles to be able to take that challenge and play without fouling. But look at Castro getting that offensive rebound, keeping the ball high, pivoting. Every young big man should look at that.
Foul to Anderson, his first. Castro hits. He gets to the line a ton. He is first in the A-10 in free throw attempts, second in free throw makes.
It's just that emphasis on getting to the paint, such a pivotal part. And I wouldn't be surprised as the next 4 or 5 minutes, they'll look for him, but then also look for more outside shots, a little bit more one-on-one, because they know the backbone is there. They can score in the paint whenever they want.
Now Castro makes them both count. Loyola Chicago is 0 for 6 shooting, including 5 of the 6 from 3.
Yeah, this is they're gonna have to play a perfect game.
Anderson had a man open opposite, but didn't see Ola Joseph. Bumps with more and out of bounds on friendly fire. Anderson insists he did not go out. Keep in mind that Nick Anderson, a freshman from Kansas, he entered Wednesday's game with 18 points on the season. Wasn't playing a lot. He dropped 13 in that loss to Davidson. The injuries are pressing him into a lot more minutes.
Yeah, these younger players are going to have to know that definitely where the sideline is, but let's take these turnovers down.
Autry. Castro flies in and gets the board through 2 Ramblers. Kick on high. Christian Jones, opposite, Castro dunk! Rebounds are 7-1 GW. I know 15 seconds, dead ball means media, but I feel like the Ramblers need a timeout. It looks like Drew Valentine agrees.
Hey, you need to pick the lottery numbers if you saw that coming. Maybe everybody saw that coming, but Loyola definitely. But Loyola needs to do some defensive effort right here. Clean this up. There's no reason for Miles Rubin to go get that block. You're leaving somebody under the basket.
Hey, should I convert my IRA to a Roth?
You're asking the wrong guy.
You should ask around online. That's what I do.
You know, financial advice should come from a vetted fiduciary financial advisor who understands your personal financial needs.
Makes sense.
Take the free advisor match quiz on smartasset.com to find one who can answer your questions and help you achieve your retirement goals.
No, push it.
That's one intelligent donkey.
You mean a smart ass?
Get started now at smartasset.com.
Under Outfit is engineered for maximum comfort and support. But what does it feel like? How does it fit? Support? Under Outfit, so comfortable and soft, it's like we designed our bras to be forgotten. Try them at home for 180 days, also available at Nordstrom.com. Under Outfit, engineered for happiness.
When you need your sports news all the time,
we've got breaking news to bring to you.
CBS Sports HQ hits every highlight from all the sports that matter to you.
Big news coming out of the NFL. A lot of movement in the rankings this week.
With the plays you missed.
What a finish at the final round of play.
And analysis to give you an edge.
Tony Romo joins the conversation.
I was shaking in my boots.
The Big Ten, home to the defending national champions.
We're bringing you that breaking news right here on HQ.
CBS Sports HQ, streaming free 24/7.
The Reds running rough shot, 15-zip. Take a look at our keys to the game, brought to you by Fresh Pet. What do you got, Roy?
Man, for me, for Loyola, with the lack of bodies they have, I need them to make sure they take care of the ball. They, like I said, they need to play perfect. And their players, starters, bench, they need to average at least 3 or less fouls per game. You don't want to get pick up some fouls and then get ISO'd every single time down the court. Now for GW, bench production is good versus Richmond. And they had over 21 points off the bench and hit the offensive boards as well. When you have a team against the ropes, just keep pounding them. Give them no option and just keep hitting the offensive boards.
Well, these two head coaches very different in terms of their weaponry available today. With GW, Chris Caputo sees a renewed vigor early, and Rafael Castro. How about 8 points, 4 boards, and we're not 4 minutes into the game.
Yeah, he's definitely coming out playing aggressive, but the thing that I'm really looking forward to is when Hunger and Castro play big, Twin Towers in there. It reminds me of Vernon Macklin and myself at Georgetown. We wanted to play together so bad, so I'm hoping for that.
Anderson for 3, in and out. It's another triple try and another board for Castro. He could have a double-double by the under 12.
The man is on a mission. He told me he wants some get back.
Christian Jones, high kiss, miss. Ola Joseph, weak side.
Now it's time to get everybody else involved for GW. Castro's getting his. Let's see other players get involved. I love it.
Rubin finally gets a touch. They play through the post, get a lot of paint points.
Yeah, they're going to play one-on-one. They're going to see what Miles can do. Again, one and done, a shutout. That was great defense by Castro.
Boo-Boo Benjamin, extra give into the corner for Jones. Reset to Benjamin, up fake. Drive, great lead, layup, backdoor cut, Christian Jones.
I was looking forward to this Boo-Boo Benjamin versus Winsu matchup right there because these are two great glue guys that they don't get a lot of the points. They get a lot of attention, but they can score and they can pass. So that's going to get you on the court as being a giver.
3 subs lie in wait for each team at the table. Off the up fake, Moore, the leader, trying to play through pain. The flat, short shot, Rubin board, put back, miss. There is a lid on the cup, double-digit blanks for the Ramblers.
Yeah, I'm going to keep an eye out on his win tonight.
Benjamin, rainbow 3, friendly fire, Rubin's got it. Loyola Chicago is 0 for 10 shooting with 7 3-point tries.
Again, they need to run a play, some bread and butter that's going to get somebody a shot where they don't have to over-dribble, where they don't have to play pitter-patter around the 3-point line. Run a play.
Moore, the dump to Rubin. He can feel that double coming. Grain in the lane, off Ola Joseph and out of bounds.
Look at this drive, cut back door. You lose sight. Nice little slight to the basket. Ooh, I love it. They went through all that in practice this morning.
Multiple subs for both teams. It includes the first minutes for Daniil. Multiple subs for both teams. It includes the first minutes for Daniil Glazkov since December the 6th. He is fronting the entry here. Caleb Reese, former walk-on, now on scholarship, picks up the ball handler Christian Jones. They're trying anything.
Hey, you might as well. You have your backs against the wall.
And one of the best benchmen in the country, Trey Dinkins, is in number 3 up top. Jones spin cycle, nice lead, miss. The board to Hunger, and it's controlled by Glazkov.
I know he turned it over right there, but I told him this morning he is going to be an X factor because he plays with such physicality, and he will be a disruptor out there. Told him he would be somebody I would hate to play against, but would love to have on my team.
Isn't he? That's what he said his coaches told him, right?
Yes. Hey, I know a little bit about basketball.
Being the guy that nobody wants to play against. GW, meanwhile, seeing the first 1-2-2 pressure. Drew Valentine said he would try this.
Yeah, and look at it. Got a turnover. Potentially, it might have been a foul right there.
And Reese went out of bounds on the sprawl on his backside.
This is the basketball gods are just not letting things go their way. But, hey, just settle down. Try to chip away at this. Maybe by the 8-minute mark, hopefully you can get like 8 points on the board. But it got to start with stops and taking care of the ball.
Well, the turnovers and the missed shots. Meanwhile, GW rolled 6 made buckets, all assisted. 6 dimes on 6 makes.
Hey, they said they want to get up, play fast, move the ball, look for Castro whenever they can, but then take open shots.
Different defense here?
They're in a 1-3-1 zone. Oh, well, Hunger's trying to screen the zone to look for an opportunity. Sometimes the best thing to do is get on the baseline and let somebody flash, and you have some 2-on-1 opportunities.
Jones in and out. Hunger fights for the ball, tumbling out of bounds. And it's Loyola Chicago ball.
These are going to add up. It's going to turn his way at some point. But Loyola needs to match that energy that he is bringing in the paint and do that. And I'm not sure if they have the bodies to do that. but why not?
Here's GW applying some man pressure. So Reese brings it up. He plays only 4.5 minutes a game in the 7 games he's played all year. That's how thin Loyola Chicago is. Tavares, a shooter. A miss, and the board to Autry. Out of the corner, Garrett Johnson hit on the inline drive. And Garrett Johnson, one of the incredible stories in college basketball. He was originally at Princeton. They found a benign tumor in his left hip. He battled that with multiple surgeries, had 9 rounds of chemotherapy. That's why he wears number 9 today. Came back after missing a couple of years, felt something in his hip, got sidelined from mid-February on that summer. Second drill, first practice, torn ACL, missed all of last year.
Man, this man definitely plays with a little bit of a passion, a little chip on his shoulder. Can't imagine going through 9 rounds of chemo and be here on the court doing this.
Hunger on the spin against the backup big. It rattles in.
He told me he may not be that skilled. I said, I saw you in practice, you know, hitting some turnaround jump shots. Somebody had the yips right there. But he definitely, look at this, takes his time, nice little stick, and then fade away and touches every part of that rim. Things are going well for GW.
It is 19-0.
They're about to run a pistol screen right here. We're going to have a middle screen, or they're swinging it. But if Loyola, to me, at some point, they got to put their foot down and maybe have a hard foul. Send somebody to the free throw line. You can't just be scoring willy-nilly like this. Some sort of toughness has to show.
Great pass and more. Got a little handsing as it arrived at Hunger. I mean, Roy, this is one of the more lopsided starts that I can remember in a while.
You know, maybe not in college, but I've been in NBA games where we were down 18-20 and had to fight back. And had a definitely good Pacer team with me, Paul George, George Hill. But you got to do it by playing defense, which there was a little bit lack of closing the space to the shooter, but it can be done. But you should have the will to do it. I'm watching body language here. I want to see what the body language is going to be here the rest of this half.
And 3 for Trey Dinkins, second best bench scorer in the A-10. Winsu harassed hard by Benjamin.
Look at Hunger just sitting there waiting. Want them to pass, get some guys who don't normally knock down shots to knock them down, like Ola Joseph hitting their first 3 of the game.
It took 8 minutes. The first make in 12 tries from the field. And a 3-point response immediately by John Arenberg. (25-3) dead ball means immediate. Ramblers could use another breather.
Let's get a good play. Something for Justin Moore. Get him downhill, but he may not have that speed and quickness right now.
Ola Joseph rain it down. Consecutive triples.
He's hit 2 now. Maybe the first one they count as a long 2. But let him keep doing that. Let's see if the numbers play out.
And then a blitzkrieg bucket the other end. I mean, this is lightning quick.
Yeah, like I said, Coach Caputo wants to play with pace. They want to get up and down and score in the paint at will.
Winsu, kick corner, rhythm 3, a make. Ramblers hit none.
The Ramblers keep chipping away. Show me some fortitude.
Well, Nick Anderson got that one in. The bench is now up for the Ramblers. All standing, 3 ball. Up. Dinkins does it. Another triple.
Trey Dinkins saying it the Trey way, getting it done from 3.
Ramblers missed their first 11. They've hit their last 3. Ola Joseph off the double, more from deep. That was deflected.
This doesn't have that lift. The gate looks good, but the lift isn't there.
Benjamin. And a bump. 3 balls, dropping down. Trey Dinkins getting it done. He's one of the best from outside in the A-10. 2 off the bench, part of the big lead. The GW Clinic is on. You're watching college basketball presented by Fresh Bet.
Go nuts.
JT Toppin leads number 14 Texas Tech into a Big 12 battle against Colorado tonight on CBS Sports Network.
Go nuts.
What would you pay for an iPad Pro? I only paid $42 on Deal Dash.
DealDash.com. Online auction since 2009. This PlayStation 5 sold for only 50 cents. And this smart charcoal grill sold for $16. And this Nintendo Switch sold for less than $20. Deals like these and many more happen in the thousands of daily auctions on DealDash.com. All auctions start at $0. And remember, everything must go.
I got this KitchenAid stand mixer for only $56. I got this barbecue smoker for $26.
And you get a 90-day money-back guarantee with your first purchase.
This brand new iPhone sold for less than $42. And this DJI drone sold for less than $21.
And I got it for $16 on Deal Dash.
And shipping is always free.
Go to DealDash.com right now and see how much you can save.
There are auctions going on right now. So what are you waiting for?
Some men, they mask their problems. But a man to man gets the job done right. Man who works a full shift and others clock out at noon. They act like they got swagger, but they stink at what they're doing. Man who stops bacteria living rent-free in your pits.
It's been all GW so far, and their offense has been diverse.
Oh, yeah, they started off in the paint really early, looking for Castro. Look at him get his butt down, sealing off space, ducking in, and he gets in the basket. I love it. Now in transition, coach was saying we're going to get a lot of threes up. We got to hit the offensive boards. No need right there. Then again, look, great passing. Castro has great hands catching lobs. And then right here, when you have blue guys working, passing, like Boo Boo Benjamin right there, it is great. You don't have to run any offense. Just keep the movement going.
Already 7 Revs have scored. You tucked in your keys on bench production. The GW bench is outscoring Loyola Chicago in the game right now.
Yeah, that's what I like. And again, Hunger is out, but I like what he brought there. It's going to keep adding up. But again, Loyola needs to put their foot in the ground, put in the sand or whatever, and say no mas. You know, something has to stop. Something has to give. I wouldn't mind a hard foul just to let GW know that hey, we're here.
Well, Boo Boo Benjamin at the line, 79% shooter. He was at Tarleton State last year when he was a 14-point-a-game man. His parents, originally from South Sudan, fled to Egypt, immigrated to Canada to begin a family.
Hey, what your parents have to do to get you a better life and opportunity. I hope he's sending some of that NIL money to them right now, you know.
So free throw makes now the most significant GW pressure we've seen all game.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Winsue against Benjamin. Hard screen to free him up. Rubin is back. Ball moving better for the Ramblers.
Winsue's going to take this.
Ooh. To Rubin, puts it in.
Good decision. Good decision, Winsue, to pass it up to the big man. Let him see the ball go through the basket. Maybe he can get going a little bit.
Was I the only one who thought it was a bad shot at first?
I thought he was about to shoot that.
Oh, Rubin with the denial. Castro right at the cup, turned away.
I like it. But maybe not like a hard foul, but a good block at the rim lets you know that I'm here. Okay, you're not just going to score and depend on me all willy-nilly.
Out of the corner. There's different life to this Ramblers team. Old school reverse. The freshman, Nick Anderson.
Anderson is showing. I can say, step up. You have no other choice. The back's up against the wall. This will get you more playing time. Showing your coach that you don't mind if the odds are against you.
Aaron Gurd, great lead to Castro. Doubled kick. Rhythm 3, Johnson in. This is a really strong shooting team.
Great shooting team right now, but Castro's decision not to go back up with it and to pass it out, love it. Love it. Unselfish.
Reese. Anderson off the fake. Winsue, the hesitant pass. Ola Joseph. Angled by Johnson. Winsue lost the ball on the shove.
Don't flop. No flopping here. No flop zone. You're going to have to earn it.
Only 8 to shoot. No possession exchange. 5 to shoot. Winsue to Rubin. Bucket.
That can't happen. That can't happen. If you're going to switch that, you got to switch early and then get under to make sure there's no roll man. And where's the defense on the back end?
Johnson stepping back. Tough contested shot. Man, that was a difficult bucket.
Yeah, with a hand in his face like that, I like it.
Ola Joseph reverse the ball. Winsu deep three. Got it. Rounds in.
He's going to need to knock a couple of those down. You knock those down, the GW is definitely going to get out of that, you know, thinking that, hey, short closeouts.
Into the corner. Johnson feeling it. Ola Joseph denies. Pop it. Hit it. I mean, these are video game shots.
He's taking his time. Sizing them up.
There's 7:50 to go in the first half, and they have 41 points.
Hey, like I said, this team is determined to get back on track after having a loss against Dayton where they had 19 turnovers. They're definitely taking care of the ball. I would love to see a lob right here.
Disrupted by Winsu.
At least finish it, but.
Winsu, aggressive take, score. Loyola Chicago started 0 for 11 from the field, has hit 8 of its last 10.
Keep chipping away. Keep chipping away.
But it seems like they can't stop the Reds.
Yeah, once they play a little bit defense, close out a little bit tougher.
Johnson opposite to Benjamin. Quick trigger. Air ball batted by Johnson, controlled by Anderson and the Ramblers.
Oh.
And an untied sneaker for Winsu.
For a second, I thought he rolled his ankle. I said, that's not a good look. Happy the young man's okay, but definitely needs to tie his shoe, though.
Off the end line runs. Reese denies the Rubin screen. Double comes. Ola Joseph, quick trigger. Rainbow! And now the Ramblers get caught.
Hey, Ola Joseph hit that three, but I'm a little bit worried about Miles Rubin getting to the basket without anybody chucking him or impeding his progress. They got the three right there, but at the same time, that could bite them in the rear at some point in time if this game gets a little bit tighter.
Well, Garrett Johnson, some tough makes from deep.
Yeah, he's been hitting them. He has had some trouble finishing around the rim, but today, whatever's in the Kool-Aid, keep drinking it, young fella. You're knocking it down with a hand in your face. Looking good.
Wildcard game is coming. The Packers.
Hey, be physical all night.
The Bears.
Today we're going to separate the men from the boys.
NFC North rivals square off in the latest chapter of the NFL's oldest feud.
We're in for a wild one.
Prime's exclusive wildcard game. Packers, Bears, only on Prime.
College basketball on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by Fresh Pet, healthy food, fresh from the fridge, and by AT&T. Connecting changes everything.
We're right down the road from the White House, Greater D.C., the one-time stomping grounds of our man Roy Hibbert as well. A legend here in the DMV. Two-time first-team All-Big East and All-American. A Big East regular season and tournament champion and a Final Four trip as well. And You're always seeing familiar faces. We go to dinner last night, and you have somebody from the bar saying hello as soon as you walk in.
Yeah, that's Coach Cooley's wife. They're having dinner. I hope Georgetown gets this W versus DePaul. You know, I'm a big fan of what he's doing over there, and let's go, Coach. Let's go.
Some fans in this area are doing what they're calling the George today. George Mason VCU. Patriots got that win, remain unblemished in league play. GW here now, and then Georgetown later tonight.
I was hoping to go to the Georgetown game right from here after, you know, in my CBS suit and everything like that. Buy a ticket, go sit in the stands with the fans and everything like that. But my wife said, hey, get back home. We have 4 kids, so I need help. I need some help.
I think that's the responsible move. You could be there in spirit. Well, Castro's had a stellar start to this game. As he puts it down, he already has 6 boards. He's in double digits in points. This is a GW team that dropped 107 against American earlier this year. That was their best scoring game in regulation in a decade and a half, and they could zip past that today if they stay at this pace.
I mean, if things keep going, I hate to see that.
In pain.
I hate to see that.
He's going to have to come out, right?
No, don't force it. Don't force it. You know, ACL, come back from the ACL. You definitely want to take it easy. There's things that can affect you, like your hamstring. That may not be the ACL injury, but when you're coming back, you don't want to overcompensate. But oh, the ankle looked like it just gave out.
He played just 9 games last year. He was tops in the A-10 in assists when he tore that ACL against San Francisco. Was lost for the season. He had been battling more recent issues with the IT band and hamstring behind that knee, a giveaway on entry.
This is going to be such an uphill battle for Loyola if they keep turning the ball over, because they go through spurts, but that can only take you so long where you get maybe 1 or 2 stops and you get on the run. Guys who don't normally hit threes are hitting threes and they're able to get to the basket, but you definitely got to take care of the ball.
So that's 2 on Nick Anderson. He and Caleb Brees each have 2. It's also bonus time in favor of the Revs, who have only been whistled once. So here's the first of the 1-and-1s. Jean Aranguren. Tune in for Dundee and Heart of Midlothian tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern. Some SPFL premiership on CBS Sports Network.
Tavares got to get going right here. He's one of the only guys I've seen have range, at least from the logo. But getting across court and getting good shots are 2 things that Loyola Chicago definitely having trouble with right now.
Tavares, a capable shooter who's had a down year from outside, and he gives it away.
Even in my heyday at 7'2", I couldn't jump to catch that one right there. So
that's now 9 giveaways for Loyola Chicago.
I think Trey Autry has definitely got something up his sleeve right here. He looks very attentive, like he's ready to get a play or a backdoor for himself right now.
Yeah, there have been some hiccuped silences for GW, as overwhelming as the scoreboard is. Now you can feel that rhythm. Johnson. Dinkins behind the back. Jones off the jab step. Hunger comes to him.
What you got to do is get the ball at least in the paint, in the zone.
Flat kiss miss, and then Braden Young getting some early minutes out of bounds. Rubin will take his spot.
That will come with experience, making unforced errors like that. You just got to snap the ball with a sense of urgency.
Yeah, this is a look at the walking wounded for Loyola Chicago. Drew Valentine said he's been down at least 2 scholarship players in every game all year.
I don't know how you could run a team when you don't even know who's going to be available for practice or anything like that. So tip my hat to him. There's no moral victories, but what I would like to see is this team have some sort of fight in them, because they've shown that before.
Rubin establishes the dribble. Lead for Reese, playing with 2 fouls. Elbow J, got it. The former walk-on. GW zips it down the floor. Autry right to the rim. I mean, Roy, that's what, 4 seconds?
Easy offense right there. Again, Coach Caputo said they want to get as many fast break points as possible, get up and down. Even if pushing the pace doesn't result in a 3, we'll get something in the paint.
Ola Joseph, Rainbow knocks it down. Started 0 for 11, has hit 11 of 12, the Ramblers. Hunger, 3-ball up top, and he got it! Everyone can shoot at GW.
He's my X factor for the game today.
A career 18% shooter from outside. It's only his 3rd all season.
Ooh, good backdoor from Miles Rubin right there.
Wave it off, foul on the floor. Instant offense for the Rebs.
Look at the advancement in the break. Nobody back, or at least somebody's back. But Autry's like, you know what? Doesn't matter. I'm getting to the basket no matter what. I hit the weight room.
No baseline trigger to come here from Winsue. Foul to Autry, his 2nd. You'd assume that he could be sidelined for the rest of the half. A whistle upon entry. So Hunger picks up his 1st. And look at that shooting disparity. Starting 0 for 11. They have hit 11 of 12, but turnovers and poor defense have marred any attempts at knifing into a giant deficit.
Yeah, he's just got to take it one step at a time, one possession. That's something that my former teammate Jeff Green used to talk about when we're in situations. You got to do it one play at a time. Get into the basket, potentially making an and-1, that would be great, but that's how you do it.
That'll be Trey Dinkins with his 1st. So now Nick Anderson. He had 12 minutes off the bench, a season high, tied for the team high 13 points Wednesday against Davidson. Drew Valentine said after the game, he did Wednesday what you're supposed to do, make the most of it. At one point, he did confess that Anderson looked over to him. He'd never played that many minutes in his life, and he was exhausted. Like, Coach, how long am I out here for?
I've been in situations like that where it's next man up. You got to make sure you do your conditioning at this point in the season, because guys, teams don't practice as long and as hard. You got to do some 17s, run the stairs or something like that. But he's staying ready.
Rims that one away. Johnson the rebound. Already halfway to the century mark. We're not at the under 4.
Good check.
Johnson for 3, flat. And the rebound to the Ramblers.
Miles needs to get his butt in the paint and seal. Seal.
Laskov cuts cup. Follows his miss short. Johnson snaps it forward. Autry wants it weak side. 3-ball for Dinkins. Tipped down and controlled by Winsue.
I'm very surprised that Loyola's playing fast. When we talked to Coach Valentine yesterday, he said he wants to slow the game down a little bit more. I think this is playing to GW's advantage right now, because they're pretty getting shots whatever they want.
And GW running its truest half court that we've seen in a bit. Johnson, good dump. And a foul. Well, we'll step aside. It's been next man up for the Ramblers. It's been a bit of everybody for the Rebs.
With NFL Plus, you can watch every playoff game live on mobile. Every pass, every tackle, all on mobile. You know, those devices you always have on you. Watch every playoff game live on mobile with NFL Plus.
After 85 years, the Jeep brand is still keeping it fresh. Bringing you more choices, more features, and even more adventure for everyone. Start your adventure today with a great deal on a new Jeep brand vehicle. Jeep, there's only one.
Right now, well-qualified lessees can lease the 2025 Jeep Gladiator Sport S 4x4 for $319 a month. Hurry, this great offer ends February 2nd. Visit your local Jeep brand dealer.
another. Make it a double.
Dad, Mom thinks she's at a resort again.
Yeah, she told me.
When you'd rather not resort to a virtual resort,
This is much better in real life.
it matters where you stay.
Looking good, babe.
Book your spring break travel now. Hilton for the stay.
I wish we could actually catch up.
Here, now you can. Over this new DiGiorno wood-fired style pizza with crispy, airy wood-fired style crust. It's not delivery, it's DiGiorno.
Now streaming.
The train didn't kill your sailor.
Got my best guys on.
Let's go!
Nailed a roadhouse fight like Swayze.
NCIS Origins. Catch up now on Paramount Plus.
52-29, GW already 9 makes from deep. Headed your way, AT&T at the half. Brent Stover, John Henson, John Rothstein will get you caught up on this game and all the other action around the country. Head your way on AT&T at the half. There has been some news nationally, much to the chagrin of our producer and Michigan Wolverine alumnus, Jason Ross. They can bleed, they can be hurt. Drago falls to Wisconsin 91-88. UConn takes down DePaul. The Cougars just running crazy, crushed Baylor. And number 10 Nebraska takes down Indiana, still unblemished.
Hey, you know what? Michigan, first loss of the season. The season starts now. Do a little bit of a reset. I love what Dusty May's doing there in his second year. Get these guys going. I think they'll be all right. There's a chance they can be a Final Four team.
Loyola Chicago was a Final Four team in a game that involved Chris Caputo. 1-1 here for Johnson. There's the first in the air and good. When Loyola Chicago went on its historic run to the Final Four, its first round win came against Miami, where the lead assistant was Chris Caputo.
You know what? I think he wants this game. He really wants this game right here. A little bit of heat.
A little bit of pressure here from the Reds, some staggered pressure. Ramblers get it across, but eat up 7 seconds in the process.
You know, in the past, they've had some backcourt violations, 10-second violations in the past. So GW definitely did the scouting, got that in the scouting report, and we'll see if that affects them later on.
I mean, the ball's not moving. 8 seconds, it finally comes to Reese. Tip to take it away. Down the lane, up and in. Christian Jones.
My coach JT3 and Big John Thompson would tell me, hard foul right there. You're down. You have an opportunity. No and ones, no easy buckets.
Oh, good cut by Rubin. He has a chance for an and one.
Look at this. You can't have unforced turnovers. And right here, wrap them up, grab them. Don't let them just shove you with your arm, flex on you. You know, you got to make a statement. I know you're a young fella, but these are opportunities to show some grit and put him on his butt. Put him on his butt.
So now Rubin at the line. He's a much improved free throw shooter. Still not great. The high arcing make.
All the way up.
Yes, I mean, that was like penthouse surging. Okay, he's at 61% this year, but was in the upper 40s last year.
Keep working at it. Keep working at it. He's going to have a long professional career at some point.
Well, Jones asking for the ball, but Benjamin gives it away. Winsue would not give ground.
Yeah, give me 2 more stops like that. I love it. 2 more stops to end the half.
Anderson
there we
threes
go.
off, gets the board, spins to the cup.
Oh.
Just misses.
He's showing me something. He has some yip-de-doo underneath the rim. He can shoot.
Johnson for 3 off. And a great box out by Reese. Good headman to Ola Joseph to the rim and a 2-hand jam.
GW definitely wants to send guys to the offensive rebound. They send 5. In my mind, I'm a little worried that, hey, you can get some leak outs. But let's see if that happens again. Oh, a nice backdoor, a little bit too fancy with the pass to Castro, but they come out on top of the possession.
I mean, at first there, Roy, I was thinking it was Globetrotters Generals with how that ball was first moving.
No, I see it. I see it.
So Caleb Reese now has 3 fouls. They can't really worry about that, though, right?
No, he's not a go-to player. I said most of the starters should have 3 or less fouls, or they're going to get, ISO'd a lot. But there got to be opportunities to get some stops, play without fouling, finish the possession. Again, I may be asking for too much with such a depleted team.
Gurin converts. Yeah, these Rebs are setting records in terms of their offensive efficiency. The pure efficiency number from Ken Pomeroy's site, that's been around since 1997. So we got a lot of data. We got 3 decades. Yeah. They are on pace right now. They are set to be the most efficient offensive team in the A-10, in the history of tracking that number over nearly 3 decades.
Well, you saw at shoot-around and practice, they go through the scouting report galore from top to bottom. From defense to where they're going to shoot the ball on offense is basically scripted. The basketball game is not scripted, people, but in terms of where they want to get their opportunities from, it's scripted on paper already in practice.
Foul to Gurin, his first, so Winsue to the line. It's more concepts, right? Because that's what Luke Hunger was sharing with you today, that there are long stretches where no play is called, but they all just kind of know what to do.
They're just moving without the basketball, and the key thing is they're unselfish. They're unselfish. Castro, leading scorer, he can say, whenever I get the ball in the post or in the high post, I'm going to go one-on-one, get my own, but he's looking to pass.
For the last 2 minutes of the half, what does each side want here?
Well, I think we got to get a stop if you're Loyola. Get a stop, maybe get a live ball turnover to get up on the up and down the court. But in terms of GW, they want to keep hitting the offensive board, scoring in the paint, getting as many times to the free throw line. But here, one stop, that's what I'm asking for.
Johnson missed the bunny, thread the needle, Rubin, electric hops. Man, he burst in a heartbeat.
Yeah, run down the court. That's what you're going to need to do. Get as many easy buckets, because in the half court you're having issues being able to get good quality shots. Because you can't prep for a big guy running hard down the court.
Jones, that southpaw 3 ball. Winsue's got it. A one and done for the Rebs. 1 minute. Tavares, can he get cooking? They want him to shoot. Rubin, pocket picked.
Tavares got to communicate to his big man to tell him somebody's coming, Help me, please, help me, please.
Benjamin gets the dunk. We'll get a timeout. 42 seconds until the break. 60 points on the board for GW.
Hey, coaches always say defense leads to offense. Look at this, no communication between teammates. Boo-Boo Benjamin gets a hand on it. Castro tips it out, and we get an easy fast break dunk. If this keeps going like this, we may see like over 100 points tonight.
I mean, Loyola Chicago's on pace to put up 80 plus and get blown out.
Yeah.
Loyola Chicago began the game 0 for 11 shooting. Since then, 16 of 21. Chris Caputo's team led it 22-0, 8 minutes in. Loyola Chicago has outscored GW since 39-38.
The pieces are there. It's just unfortunate that you never know what scholarship players are going to be available. It must be, like I said, a frustrating season, but it happens to everybody. From time to time, injuries happen, but there is something there.
About an 11-second shot clock differential. Winsue out of the corner. Hard Rubin screen. 10 to shoot. Ola Joseph release. Off target, Castro. 18 seconds. You holding for a shot?
Yeah, I would like get the best shot possible. I think something to Castro would be good, maybe to put Miles in an opportunity where he can get a foul, maybe a Spanish pick right here for a little bit of a post up. Oh, we got to take care of the ball.
Rubin takes it away. 3 seconds. Winsue, the heat for Anderson. No. 60-39, a video game first half.
Yes, me on NBA 2K back in the day when I used to play, or NCAA.
Well, big time advantage. That's the end of the opening stanza. After the break, Brent Stover and the crew will take over in our New York studio. Castro and company cooking. The Ramblers Bears trying to hang. It's college basketball presented by Freshman.
For 50 years, the Atlantic 10 has stood for more than competition, creating a legacy of leaders and legends. From buzzer beaters
Jumper in the air. He got it!
to championships, where athletics, academics, and the pursuit of excellence converge.
And there's Camby.
As we celebrate the 50th anniversary of the A10 Conference,
Nelson.
we honor the past, embrace the present, and look forward to the future.
Going beyond what is expected. Looking within to achieve what was thought impossible. Recognizing the truth of what is and the beauty of what can be. At Loyola University Chicago, we are illuminated by faith and eager to serve, ready to define what's next. Harnessing excellence, radiating brilliance. Loyola.
From a lifetime of stick. Don't mask it. Mando it.
What would you pay for an iPad Pro? I only paid $42 on Deal Dash.
DealDash.com. Online auction since 2009. This PlayStation 5 sold for only 50 cents. And this smart charcoal grill sold for $16. And this Nintendo Switch sold for less than $20. Deals like these and many more happen in the thousands of daily auctions on DealDash.com. All auctions start at $0. And remember, everything must go.
I got this KitchenAid stand mixer for only $56. I got this barbecue smoker for $26.
And you get a 90-day money-back guarantee with your first purchase.
This brand new iPhone sold for less than $42. And this DJI drone sold for less than $21.
And I got it for $16 on Deal Dash.
And shipping is always free.
Go to DealDash.com right now and see how much you can save.
There are auctions going on right now. So what are you waiting for?
This is AT&T at the half. Connecting changes everything.
Welcome inside our New York studios, AT&T at the half. Brent Stover alongside John Henson and our CBS Sports College Basketball insider, John Ross. Giddy up. Two-time ACC Defensive Player of the Year back in his day. Loyola needs some of that defense. Getting crushed, giving up 60.
Yeah, not the way to start off against the best team in adjusted offensive efficiency in the A10. They started off with a 22-0 run. I mean, there was just no resistance from Loyola. For a team that's 7-1 with the 25-point differential at home, that's not how you want to start with the N1-3 and then just dunks, layups, whatever you wanted. But I will give Loyola credit. After the 22-0 run, they did keep it close. It was even at the time. So, hey, look, Loyola's got 6 guys. I think it's missed a combined 21 games. Yeah. It's been a rough season for them. They've got to keep fighting.
GW, meantime, 51% shooting, 9 of 19 downtown, up 21. Staying to the A10, George Mason off to their best start in program history at 15-1. Home this afternoon against in-state rival VCU. The Rams had won 5 in a row before falling on Wednesday to the Billikens of St. Louis. And we pick it up in the first half. John, with VCU up by 3.
Yeah, but then we're going to see this troika by Masai Trouton, and George Mason ties it at 21. Then it's 49-48. Fat Hill going to get the foul and the layup. George Mason, again, a team under Tony Skinn, playing shorthanded without Braden O'Connor, who's played 15 minutes this season. But George Mason, 16-1 overall, 4-0 in A10 play.
Meantime, elsewhere, the A10 Fordham goes on the road and beats the Bonnies thanks to a career-high 31 from Day Reeves. And Rhode Island on a big run right now with 3:23 to play in regulation. It's a 16-2 run, and they've opened it up at Davidson 66-36. John, thoughts on the A10?
Everybody is chasing St. Louis. The Billikens had a massive win earlier this week at VCU. The path to an at-large berth for St. Louis may obviously be very difficult because there's not a plethora of quad one opportunities within this conference. But Josh Schertz, who a couple of years ago at Indiana State had a mid-major team that did not have the teeth on its resume to get into the NCAA tournament, may have a little bit of history repeating. I know a lot of people in college basketball still have PTSD over Indiana State not getting into the NCAA tournament. I can't imagine how Josh Schertz feels. But if St. Louis runs the table and wins 25, 26 games, that will be the narrative.
Good intel right there, JR. Let's hit the top 25 of the Big Ten action over on CBS. Number 2, Michigan at home against the Badgers. The Wolverines Wolverines, off that scare earlier in the week against Penn State, looking to get to 15-0 on the season. Boy, if they thought that was a scare earlier in the week, this was a real scare. 40-all in the second half.
Game tied at 40. Nolan Winter knocks down the three. Badgers trail by 14 early. Now they have their first lead. Michigan down 3. Elliot Cadeau used the screen. Hits the 3. Cadeau on fire in the second half. He had 19 points. Blackwell misses a 3, but Wisconsin grabs the rebound. Andrew Rohde hits the 3 in the quarter, knocks it down. Michigan down in the final seconds 3. Right again with the chance to tie. No good. Wisconsin goes on to upset Michigan at home.
All right, more Big Ten action up next. Purdue looked to avoid the upset against the aforementioned Nittany Lions, and a good one at Cameron Indoors. Duke welcomed SMU. That and much more when the guys and I return.
You know, I've always found it strange. People really want to save money, but are so willing to toss their hard-earned coin into a 3-foot pool of disappointment.
I want to be rich.
You don't need to throw your money away. All you need is your phone.
Huh.
No. Go to Geico, get a quote, and you could save $900 with your phone.
Look at that, it's ringing.
What? What are you doing, mate?
I'm going in.
It feels good to save some coin. It feels good to Geico.
With all these Hilton Honors points, I could stay for free. At the Waldorf Astoria in the Maldives. What about the Canopy in Paris?
Hilton Honors, babe. When you want points that can take you anywhere, anytime, it matters where you stay. Hilton, for the stay.
Taxes was chasing updates and getting nowhere. Now Taxes is a TurboTax expert, doing it all for you. While keeping you in the loop. So you can keep chasing this feeling. Now this is Taxes. Intuit TurboTax.
Doors opening.
Years of A-10 basketball, and now the championship returns to its roots. Pittsburgh, the Steel City, built on toughness, fueled by grit. The 11th of March through 15th at PPG Paints Arena. The energy is rising, the stakes are massive, and every moment is up for grabs. This is the A-10 Men's Basketball Championship. Pittsburgh, we're coming home.
I'm Ellen Granberg, president of the George Washington University. As we celebrate the 50th anniversary of the Atlantic 10 Conference, we honor the past, embrace the present, and look forward to the future.
Welcome back. It's AT&T at the half in the A-10.
Yeah, you know, to be a good player, Brent, a lot of times you need good genes. Trey Autry is somebody who obviously has it. Father, the head coach at Syracuse, he's part of this GW 21-point lead.
They led 22-0 to start. That is tough to bounce back from. John Henson back to the Big Ten. 5th-ranked Purdue home for Penn State.
Purdue up 2. Braden Smith cross-court to Fletcher Lawyer, who knocks out a 3. He's creeping up that assist record. Purdue up 9 now. Braden Smith drives, pulls up from the elbow. Boilermaker leads by 11. Purdue up 12 now. Braden Smith steals a pass, gives it to C.J. Cox, who makes the layup and the foul. Boilermakers go on to win 85-93.
You got it. Nebraska was down 16 in the second half to Indiana, came all the way back to beat the Hoosiers 83-77. Jamarcus Lawrence led them with 27. 32 from Lamar Wilkerson in defeat for the Indiana Hoosiers. Kelvin Sampson's guys on the road in Waco, Texas.
Yeah, Houston on the road, nothing they can't handle, especially when you got Emmanuel Sharp. He shot that one from San Antonio. It's a 12-point lead. Look at the inside-out Milos Uzan to Chris Sanak, an X-factor for the Cougars. It's a all Houston right here. Great guard play capped off of this guy. Sharp again, he finished with 17. Cougars 37-4 under Kelvin Sampson in the Big 12.
Kansas off the wild OT win over TCU Tuesday at West Virginia, goes to Morgantown and loses by 11. 17 of Honor Huff's 23 came in the second half for the Mountaineers. LSU and number 11 Vandy. Special things going on in the Music City. Swung around, quick trigger in the corner, plus the foul from Tyler Nickel. Commodores out to a 13-7 advantage. Duke Miles for Tyler Tanner. He throws it down. Back-to-back 20-point games for Tyler Tanner for the first time in his career. They're up by 20. Vandy just too much. 84-73, 16-0, matching their best start in program history. Last time it happened, 07-08. DePaul and the fourth-ranked UConn Huskies.
Closing 6.5. Silas Demery Jr. grabs a loose ball. 6-3 at the buzzer. UConn up 10 at the break. Huskies up 16 now. Eric Ryba with the backdoor feed to Braylon Monos for the floater. Lead up to 18, just under 8 to go. It's Demery again from downtown, 61-42. UConn, more from Mullins. Knocks down another 3. He had a team high 16 points. UConn over DePaul, 72-60.
Only ranked on ranked matchup of the day, John Rothstein. SMU and 6th-ranked Duke.
Yeah, Duke gonna get a big lift as usual from Cam Boozer driving down Broadway. Duke in control in this game thanks to shots like this from Isaiah Evans, the X factor for the Blue Devils. It's a 12-point lead. Cam Boozer faces up and knocks it down, but SMU and Boopie Miller hanging around only a 5-point difference right now in Cameron.
SMU lost at Clemson earlier in the week, taking a tiny bit of shine off of it, but as you said, they
NCAA tournament team in year 2 under Andy Enfield.
They're fighting.
Yeah.
They're fighting down there. It's a tough place to play.
NCAA tournament team.
Second half in Washington, D.C. comes your way right after this.
Thank you for watching AT&T at the Half.
Zoom bada bang ribbidi badang bada bada bang bang gila ding dang pin number 1.
Nature's Bounty.
Your body uses magnesium in over 300 reactions.
Nature's Bounty supplements your whole body health with high absorption magnesium health. With high absorption magnesium. Nature's Bounty. It's in your nature.
I tried the new 100 milligram generic Viagra for only 87 cents from Friday Plans that everyone is talking about. I wanted to see if it's a scam. Here's what happened. I just had to fill out the online health form, which took me under 2 minutes, and a licensed doctor approved me for a free prescription the same day. They even included free 3-day discreet shipping right to my door. I tried my first tablet, and within 30 minutes, it was working as well as the name brand. My wife can't stop smiling, and my confidence is through the roof. Scan the QR code or go to grabfridayplans.com to try it for yourself. I still can't believe I got 9 tablets of 100 milligram generic Viagra for just $7. I feel like I'm in my 20s again. My wife even told me, "You're like a whole new man." Don't wait as long as I did. It is the best $7 I have ever spent. Scan the QR code or go to grabfridayplans.com right now to get yours before this deal runs out.
Oh my God, I won. Guys, I just saw someone win an iPad for under $10.
I got this amazing Japanese knife set for just 75 cents.
I got this KitchenAid stand mixer for only $56.
There's millions of fast auctions and always something to win on DealDash.com. And today, new users get a $50 bonus credit. Go to DealDash.com right now and see how much you'll save.
And shipping is always free.
Back in our nation's capital, GW with 60 on the board. It was 22-0 Revs out of the gate. Welcome back courtside alongside Roy Hibbert. I'm John Sadak. Roy, what'd you see in that first?
Man, Castro's been aggressive from the start, and the fact that the GW Revs are playing with pace, they're getting three-point shots galore. I love it. They're doing exactly what the coaches wanted.
Garrett Johnson taking advantage of the situation, already at his per-game average.
Yeah, I felt that he has trouble scoring around the paint, finishing, but tonight he's doing a good job shooting the three. He's normally a 32% three-point shooter, but he's knocking them down at a high clip right now. He's playing with confidence. He's toying around, isoing right here. Look at this. It should be a pass out, but he said, you know what? Whoever made the Kool-Aid, it's just what I want tonight.
Well, this GW team is one of the highest scoring benches in America. They already have 24 on the board at halftime.
I mean, in a losing effort versus Dayton, their bench had over 40 points. Against Northern Illinois, at least 25-plus points from the bench. That's reliable. When your starters are off, you know that you can rely on your bench to come through for you. At least offensive rebounds, good threes, good quality stuff. So those guys are very interchangeable.
Well, Justin Moore did start after missing the game against Davidson earlier in the week, but went down with an ugly spill in the first half, and he is out for the rest of the game.
I think he should sit back, ice that thing, do whatever Normatech or whatever the PT needs them to do. But definitely want to see him later on this season. But don't push. There's no point in pushing. You're down so much, might as well live to fight another day.
Well, this GW team is scoring almost 87 points a game. They're on pace to break a program record that has stood since the early 50s. And Loyola Chicago needs scores and stops to try to knife into what was a huge deficit from Joe.
They're going to do a cross screen to get Ruben the ball in the post maybe, so he could post up and get looking a little bit. But here we go in the post, one-on-one, no double. He likes to use that left hand, so lefty jump hook. I love it. I love it.
Oh, Miles Rubin, the second Rambler to double digits with 11. Moore, who's sidelined for the game, left with a team-high 13.
I like
hustle on the sideline.
I love the energy to come out. Coach Valentine imploring his guys to get into him, but they got to take care of the ball.
Aaron Gurin going at Winsue. Got him in the air and a foul. That'll be his second. Now, Rubin has that throwback big man game at times.
Love it. They run punch to get him in the post. And GW said, we're going to let the big fella Castro play one-on-one until Miles can really start doing some damage. Maybe they may throw a double team in there just to mess him up, just to see, to throw off his rhythm. But right now, they're fine with Castro going one-on-one, especially with this big lead.
So Aaron Gurin at the line, who has started 4 straight against Division I foes. He was a starter all of last year at Hofstra, also had time at Iona. In his Hofstra days, he was second on the team, scoring, rebounding, and assists. He's one of many imports at GW in a smaller role on a deep team.
Yeah, that's about sacrifice and just knowing that, hey, you know what, I did a little bit more where I was at before. But you know what, to help our team win, to do something special, I'm going to give something up with myself, the scoring ability, and he's locked in.
And that free throw miss is the only one GW's had in the game. Began 13 of 13. Rubin denied on the end line cuts for Ola Joseph. Winsue. Ola Joseph in and out, and Castro the board. He was a dominant force early and then left the floor. Didn't have the impact the second half of that opening stanza.
Yeah, but everything is going their way right now.
Rubin. Out of nowhere, Reese the probing dribble, down the grain of the lane, kick corner, quick load Anderson, flat miss. And a foul in pursuit of the loose ball.
Strong rebound, Ola Joseph. I love it. I want to see Miles Rubin get some offensive rebounds, get in there in the mud, knuck it up a little bit. It's great to score on the post, but give me something else right here. But love this block. He gets it at the tippy top. I couldn't jump that high. I usually get him, right at the shot when the shot's being shot, but he gets up, elevates, gets the block.
He didn't always have to jump though, right?
No.
You kind of were a little higher.
Me and Hashim Tabit definitely was on the ground. But nice, strong finish from Anderson. Again, this young fella is building up confidence now. Just want to make sure he takes care of the ball, defend without fouling, and just, string some stops together.
GW team 7-1 at home this year. Quick load out of the corner. Weak side Anderson. Revs have only lost once at home on the season, a bewildering loss to the Blue Hens of Delaware.
Young fella's feeling it. He is feeling it. Why not? Why not?
End line Benjamin. And they reverse. Castro trying to carve out space. Ruben lies it away.
Middle pick and roll. They want to attack the drop. Test Ruben to see what he's going to do in the post.
And Ruben alters again. Winsu wins it. Here come the Ramblers. Strong pass, but a pocket pick by Autry.
No, live ball turnovers are just going to shoot you in the foot. You're doing good stuff to begin this half.
Benjamin off. Reese got it.
Limiting GW to one shot, driving to the post, but you can't turn the ball over.
Out of bounds off the Revs, and some slow to get up on that hard contact. You know, turnovers are a concern for the Ramblers on the season, and it's happened again today.
Yeah, it's just like, got to put an emphasis on making sure you make passes that you know are going to get completed. Can't guess, can't hope.
And Chris Caputo knew that. That's part of the dynamic of playing with pace. It's their identity, yes, but enhanced in this matchup because he felt they could speed Loyola Chicago up and turn them over.
And like I said before, they definitely are speeding them up. Coach Valentine talked to us about maybe slowing the game down a little bit, but they're playing with pace themselves.
Anderson for three, off, weak side Ola Joseph, drop step through the double, hacked by Castro and a foul.
I like it, I like it. The glue guys know that they got to step up big. You don't need to hit shots all the time, but you got to bring effort, create extra possessions, extra opportunities, so your teammates can get to the free throw line, or you can get to the free throw line. Keep chipping away at it. Look how high he got up there. Took his time. He's amongst the trees. 2-3 white jerseys around there. He should feel good about himself right now, but he needs to knock down these free throws and keep building.
First foul to Castro, shooting into the band, which has some animated dynamics right above the basket. Something you don't see in many college gyms. The majority of the seats behind each hoop are raised up behind the basket. James Madison's old gym used to have this, but not many buildings are built this way.
No, it's definitely a tight, intimate feeling right here. Definitely would throw me off with the height at which those things are going off right there, but Ola Joseph knocks down the second free throw. This is about pride right now.
It was a 27-point game. It's a 13-point game. That's reasonable. Three ball up top. GW, Christian Jones.
Got to get into the ball a little bit. Can't give up space.
Winsu, without a plan, coughs it up. Right down the grain of the lane, Garrett Johnson. Autry. Rims to Ruben.
Let's slow down. Winsu, come on. You're a veteran player now.
There is a lot of time left in this game.
Yeah, they can chip away at this. Do it one possession at a time. I would love to see Miles get something again. But one player holding the ball the whole time, driving into traffic, not in love with it.
Ola Joseph, little flat. And here comes GW, which had 22 points 8 minutes in. Three ball for Johnson in and out. They only have 4 points in the first 4 minutes since the break.
I mean, Loyola's coming out with some definite energy, but I feel like I'm a broken record here. I don't want the audience to feel that all I'm talking about is turnovers, but you shoot yourself in the foot again. But there is something there. There is something there that Loyola has that's keeping them in this game to some effect, but
there's been such a different dynamic, Roy, between the two benches and how animated they've been.
Yeah. I can get my X factors in right now. Hunger is going to make Loyola's life a living hell right now, but
size mismatch against Reese. Dinkins had it poked away. 4 to shoot. Down the lane, Johnson explodes for the bucket with one on the dot.
You heard me say that he's having trouble finishing the rim. He said, you know what, Roy, I'm going to go up with the left, like Beyonce finish with those pink shoes. I need to get me a pair and get them signed or something like that.
Let's see if a little country can come here in D.C. Ruben bumped by Hunger and a foul. And we'll get a timeout on the floor. Well, the scoring, a little slider out of the halftime locker room. Christian Jones, though, not shy, on high, able to release. It's college basketball on CBS Sports Network, presented by Freshman.
You told Mom to send her prescription to Amazon Pharmacy. She didn't. Now you're stuck behind this guy, as he uses the pharmacy line to purchase half the store, including a ceramic dolphin figurine, without a price.
Price check in pharmacy.
All Mom had to do was use Amazon Pharmacy, and her meds would get delivered right to her door.
After 85 years, the Jeep brand is still keeping it fresh, bringing you more choices, more features, and even more adventure for everyone. Start your adventure today with a great deal on a new Jeep brand vehicle. Jeep, there's only one.
Right now, well-qualified lessees can lease the 2025 Jeep Gladiator Sport S 4x4 for $319 a month. Hurry, this great offer ends February 2nd. Visit your local Jeep brand dealer.
Those who served, their spouses and children, and the generations that follow, those are our people. And we've been proudly serving them for over 100 years. Because at USAA, we take care of our own. Become a member today.
So I got this friend that said T-Mobile's network used to suck. His words.
But things change. It turns out that now T-Mobile has the best network by like a lot. Hey dude, you won't believe where I am.
66-48, GW has the lead early second. Catch this Loyola Chicago team once more at home. They square off with George Mason Tuesday, 7 Eastern, right here on CBS Sports Network. The Patriots took down VCU. They're the only A-10 team at 4-0 off to their best start in program history.
Yeah, let me tell you something. Tony Skinn is a great player. I used to play pickup against him and his boys back when they went to the Final Four. He talked a lot of trash, but he backed it up on the court. We had some battles, but I'm really happy what he's doing with this George Mason team. They're playing well. Best start in school history, 16-1. I think they're poised to maybe go on a run in the tournament if they make it.
One of the most balanced teams in America. That's what Drew Valentine will have to contend with. He's had a look at some of the top teams in the A-10, including a narrow loss to Dayton.
Yeah, I mean, they just got to keep pushing. This A-10 conference is such a strong conference, way more skilled and better than when I was in school back in 04 and 08. But Loyola, 14 turnovers tonight, where they average 17 per game. So they're on track, if not in a good way.
Rubin. Given that isolation.
That running lefty hook, that's something I used to do on bigger, stronger players who had a lower center of gravity than me.
Hunger. Bit of a heat check moment.
Yeah. Let's see what they drew up out the timeout to see what they're going to get here. Will they? Oh, okay. Assessing. George Washington in the zone.
They could really use Tavares hitting a shot. He's 0 for 3. Rubin corner. Tavares for a triple. Got it.
Why not? Tavares, you've done it before. You've done it before.
And Tavares, top 4 in three-point tries in the A-10. He knocked them down at Charleston and Delaware State.
Yeah.
They want him to feel that confidence in the A-10 as a Rambler.
Oh, it's a big fella. Your turn. Put him in the blender.
Hunger bucket.
He's hungry. Give him more. Feed the big fella.
But now it's trading threes for twos in favor of the Ramblers. It was 22-0 GW at the start. It's a 15-point game, 14 minutes to go.
But look who's on the sideline about to check back in. Aaron Gurin and Castro. That's fine. This game, the game is about runs and spurts. And they're about to come in with a fresh group of guys that are ready to go.
Tavares missed. Rubin board, lost the handle, foul on the floor. You love the inside game of Luke Hunger.
Love big fellas that are skilled. Look at this. He gets into the post, doesn't take his time. He clears, spins baseline, pump fakes, takes his time, kisses it off the glass. I love it. No wasted motion, no anything like that.
Foul went to Garrett Johnson, his first. Hunger takes a breather, along with Autry and Jones. So Aaron Gurin indeed in, returns with Castro. And Benjamin is back. Rubin against Castro. Anderson. Aaron Gurin staying over top with him. Tavares into the corner. Reese for three. Short. And one by Benjamin.
I'm not upset about that shot. That was a good shot. Didn't look like they were rushed. Well, I like to see them touch the paint, yes, but get what you get.
Benjamin.
Don't get upset.
Oh, rejected by Rubin. Anderson right at Johnson down the lane. Rejected by Johnson, out of bounds. Loyola Chicago ball.
Not to harp on Garrett Johnson and his story, but the fact that he went through 9 forms of chemo, but he spent a lot of time in the weight room, what I was told from his coaches, getting strong, building back up that size. That 6'8" frame on TV doesn't look it, but this dude is built, he is thick, and definitely a strong jumper.
He's got Tavares off the inbound. Gives to Rubin, who picked up his 4th block of the game last possession. One-on-one, Castro up and off. Castro's got it.
Now that's a strong hand right there. I'm a little worried that maybe all the minutes he's playing, he's not getting to his bread and butter. That left shoulder right hand jump hook with ease. The left hand is good over that right shoulder, but going to his bread and butter, I want to see him be a little bit stronger, and he's going to get a sub right here. I thought that his win may be affecting him right now, so I wouldn't be surprised if he comes back in the next 3 minutes to give at least one last, push.
Well, Braden Young takes his spot. That's got to be Castro's going to the cup, right?
Yeah.
He's got a double-double with 10 and 10. Benjamin, Arngern given the 3. Winsu doesn't bite on the fake.
It may have dragged his foot right there, but the referee's going to let it go.
7 to shoot. Aaron Gurn off the jab step, stepping back. Contested triple, no. Excellent box out. Out of bounds.
That was one of the only few plays I've seen GW not run something that looked like they knew what they were getting into. That time, and that goes with the game sometimes. You may have ups and downs, but you want to have as few of those as possible.
No, Reese gets it over, 12 and a half to go, 15-point affair. And off ball, a foul. And Drew Valentine is not happy. It'll go Braden Young. That is his first. He's giving a breather here to Rubin.
Those type of fouls, totally okay. The guy that doesn't play that much, let him use his fouls, but in a good way. All right, Castro's getting in the post here. No double team. This is on an island.
And he goes to the line.
Tried to get a little fancy up there. You come back with the left, go up with the dunk. He had that right hand jump hook, but decided to switch it up mid back down. Maybe try to put him in the rim.
Preseason first team all-league performer. In the conference opener, he took it to Richmond on the road, dropped 27 to tie a career high, and was brutally efficient.
Oh, so confident in the post, catching it face up, going to work, but then also getting offensive rebounds that game, and just putting in extra effort.
He is one of 2 men in America, along with Winthrop's Logan Duncombe, to have 16 or more points a game, 7.5 rebounds a game, and play less than 25 minutes a game.
Maybe this goes to how efficient you've been talking about this GW offense has been this season. So they're right on track.
Autry is in, Johnson is out. So many men on the bench, there's no room for Johnson to sit. He has to circle behind it. He's back by the training table.
Well, in the NBA, they say rookies got to sit on the floor, but I guess they only have 1 freshman on the team, a redshirt freshman, so the bench is filled with some veteran players who are not getting up.
Reese, anticipated by Castro. Dinkins has been quiet for a bit. He's a sharpshooter. Ola Joseph has him. Switch Young. Dinkins wide open.
He has range.
Tip is off.
Look at that effort.
Benjamin, great up fake. Castro, volleyball again.
Love it. Love it. Keep active, creating more possessions for your team. This is demoralizing when you're trying to fight back. And if this 3 goes in. If that three went in, and it's just really hard. It's just hard to fight back. Hard to know that you're giving it your all, but it's still not enough.
Timeout, Loyola Chicago. GW pouring it on once more. Up 20.
recognize the soldiers before you for their successful completion of their basic training. This time, we would like the family members and loved ones to move forward and put on your soldiers' Army 1-Star badge.
Proud of you.
This vacation was such a good call.
3 moms sitting down at the same time must document this historic moment.
I'm not moving a muscle.
Don't worry. AT&T gave me the new iPhone 17 Pro with the center stage front camera. Didn't even need the most expensive plan. Should we call the kids? No.
Get the all-new iPhone 17 Pro on us when you trade in your old iPhone. Any condition, most expensive plan not required. Plus, switch to AT&T and we'll pay off your phone balance up to $800 per line.
You want to file free? Hit it.
GW's lead back up to 20. Hey, Mr. Owl, how many rebounds could GW get in one possession?
Let's see. Let's go. 1, 2, pump fake 3, 4, and then 5. Then the icing on the top. You swing, open, slow closeout. Nice little step back. Knock down the 3.
Just an emotionally crippling impact. And you can see Drew Valentine had great feel for that moment, called a quick timeout, while Chris Caputo wore a big smile as we went away to break. Next dead ball means another media. Second chance favoring GW by 7.
Well, Miles Rubin is back in the game. He has 13 points, 5 rebounds, 4 block shots, 3 assists. So I need him to get the ball right here at some point right in front of the rim where he can just go right up and go to work.
Anderson, Rubin screen. Tavares asking for it on the right wing. Ola Joseph back to Anderson. Puts up a contested 3. That was grazed. It's out of bounds. 7 to shoot. They're going to take a look.
Yeah, it definitely was
like
grazed.
Castro hit it.
I love bigs that can go out and defend. Because when I'm on an island, back when I used to play, getting ISO by D-Wade or LeBron James to get a block shot at the top of the key. Look at how he covers this space. You can see how the rotation of the ball just stops a little bit. Love two-way players.
Is this for real?
At FanDuel, we know how great it is to celebrate a win. And we want everyone to celebrate this NFL season. That's why we're giving away over $1 million in prizes with FanDuel free-to-play games. So lace up those dancing shoes. Because with FanDuel, you can feel like a winner after every play. FanDuel, official partner of the NFL.
Like a relentless weed, moderate to severe Crohn's disease symptoms can keep coming back. Break away to what's possible with Tremfya. With rapid remission at 12 weeks and fewer bowel movements and less abdominal pain at 4 weeks. Most patients achieved remission at 1 year, and some patients saw visible healing of the intestinal lining. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and TB. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Healing is possible with Tremfya. Backed by over 15 years of clinical research. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today.
At Dots, an ordinary pretzel just isn't enough, so they add savory seasoning and tempting buttery flavor into every delicious twist. Now that's enough to make you build an all-pretzel pantry with a biometric security system. Dots, sensationally seasoned pretzels.
A big part of GW's big lead, bench production.
Yeah, they're doing a good job. Look at them swing the ball around here. Look at this ISO. CJ, Christian Jones, and going to shoot that. And then at the top of the key, Dinkins, slow closeout. He's knocking it down. And then right here, Hunger takes his time, spins baselines, pump fakes, and just gets it off the glass, kissing it off the glass. Love it. Simple, simple offense right there. No plays or run whatsoever.
They're plus 17 in points off the bench. They've got 31 today. They've had 30 or more off the bench 11 times this year. It's a big reason why they are on pace to break their per-game scoring record set back in the early 50s. That's when future NBA man Joe Holub was the star. He dropped 20 a game back then. Ola Joseph, a whistle. And it looks like there's something on the floor they need to get cleaned up.
I need to see that baseline out of bounds play again. The trickery right there to get a point in the paint. You get a replay of the referee wiping up the floor.
Well, they get that all clean. And there's an odd silence right now, Roy. There have been bursts where GW has had this building cooking for the limited folks that are here.
Yeah.
But there have been other stretches where it seems like that light fades notably.
Yeah, it's just like the inconsistency of who are you playing with? What sort of continuity do you have with your teammate? And when you're playing with guys who don't normally play, it's hard to get into a good rhythm.
Dinkins the miss. Great crash by Anderson. Knocked it free from Aranguren.
Yeah. This young fella has something to him right there. Just got to keep growing, getting guidance.
Rubin had it poked by Castro. No possession exchange. Ola Joseph. Rubin on the wing. Subs lying in wait for the Revs. Tavares comes to the ball. Cuts to the cup. Tries to fight through. Opposite Anderson for three. A flat miss. They win it. Tavares didn't pull the trigger. Goes to Winsu. Into the corner. Ola Joseph off.
There's some
Rubin
fight.
weak side.
There's fight in them. They just can't knock down the shots.
Tavares miss.
Look at this. This is effort. I'll take that foul. Winsu, love it. That was like a minute-and-a-half possession right there. You may not get the win tonight, but keep building off of that for the future because you don't know how many players, active players you have the next game.
Foul to Winsu, his third. Now, GW out-rebounds teams a lot. They've done so a dozen times. They've won 9 of those games. But today, they're getting outboarded by 2. Now, that number's a little weird, right? Because the shooting number and the turnover number.
Yeah.
Castro on the spin.
He didn't like what he had there. Love the unselfishness again. Get to a middle pick and roll, pocket pass, no low side help. Ola Joseph, that is you. Don't go looking around, turn your head. You're the low man. You got to step up.
Reese denies the Rubin screen. Bumped by Autry. Goes to Rubin. One-on-one against Castro. They give the clear. He overplays right to the rim.
I would say great post up by Rubin. Get going. But Castro, if you're going to be on the top side of that low post up, you got to make sure your bottom man, Garrett Johnson, is there to help. Can't overshade that much, but that's a mistake. Hopefully that won't happen again.
Aranguren behind the Castro screen, shouldered by Ola Joseph, and a foul.
Look at this pocket pass. He's assessing, dribble handoff. No, fake the dribble handoff. Pass it back out. And let's see what the low man is. Ola Joseph, number 2. He's right there, low man. He's fading out to his man. The ball is the most important thing. And if there's a big man rolling to the basket, you have to be there to chug. You have to.
The last foul went to Ola Joseph. Castro gets a breather. Hunger is back. Ola Joseph to the bench for Loyola Chicago. Autry, quick release. Got it.
They work on that play in practice. That's called check, where they have Hunger or Castro pin down the outside man to get a 2-on-1 opportunity for a three-point shot.
Gives Autry now 700 career points. Anderson puts up a tougher shot, misses. Weak side Rubin. Good look to Reese. Rhythm three. No.
Hey, Anderson and Rubin, they got to have some two-man game. They're the only two out there that consistently in the half court doing good things. So maybe they can get like a 1-3 or 1-2 pick and roll, two-man game action because they have the most energy right now.
Second foul on Hunger with that big moving screen. Stuck his backside out there. Well, the hand signals from Chris Caputo, longtime top assistant with Jim Larinaga. GW hasn't won the A-10 regular season title in 20 years. That was Carl Hobbs' team back in 05-06. It's early still in conference play. They have only one loss. 3-ball off for Autry. Johnson's got it.
These are killers. These are killers.
Jones off the bounce, stepping back. In and out. Rebound, Reese.
Great rebound. Push the pace. Work on finishing in the post or in the play.
Glass call, soars and dunks. Jones other end. A lot of time left. Autry corner. Johnson wants it for three. Got it. His fourth May triple. Timeout, GW.
That was a great kick to the corner for the three. They got to find a way to keep shooting the ball, knocking those down, and keep hitting the offensive rebounds. But look at this, Garrett Johnson has all the time in the world to knock that down, hold it, follow through, young fella.
Emmitt Smith is a legendary football and dancing star, but he also has Geico like a regular person. So we had one translate.
The whole routine was getting stale.
His last insurance company wasn't doing it for him.
So, this fox had to trot.
He switched to Geico.
Like 5, 6, 7, 8, 900.
Dollars. He saved over $900 by switching.
You're not Emmitt Smith, but we'll treat you like him. It feels good to get the star treatment. It feels good to Geico.
Your brain health matters. And when things really matter, you take care of them. Maybe it's that car you've wanted since high school. Or your furry best friend. And you routinely check in with the experts. You take good care of the things that matter. Are you doing the same for your brain? Being proactive about brain health may help reduce the risk of dementia from conditions like Alzheimer's disease. Studies show up to 45% of dementia cases may be prevented or delayed by managing changeable risk factors. Make brain health a priority. Ask your doctor about your risk factors and for a cognitive assessment. Learn more at brainhealthmatters.com.
59, GW with the advantage. More college hoops to come here on CBS Sports Network. Up next, Washington State takes on St. Mary's, followed by a Big 12 showdown. Number 14, Texas Tech visits Colorado. Cap the night with some Mountain West mayhem. Utah State squares off with Boise State at 9. Fresno State battles San Diego State at 11. Drew Valentine down a lot of bodies. We were talking some at break, Roy. You like the general fight of this Loyola Chicago team, but do you see any bit of fatigue with such a thin team and bench right now?
Well, with the lack of bodies, I thought to myself, if this goes bad, I want to see what type of body language Loyola's going to have. Are they going to be pointing the fingers? Are they going to be looking down in the huddle? They look up. They're good. But there's times in the game where they're a little bit tired. They're understaffed, so they're running. Miles Rubin has his mouth open sometimes, so that's not a problem. But sometimes I can tell he was tired.
Double, finds Ola Joseph. Ball moving. Reese. Reset Ola Joseph. 14 to shoot. Winsu. Rubin battling Johnson. Anderson, 6 to shoot. Ola Joseph, hoist, and hit.
Yeah, he's playing above what his talent is suggesting. He's knocking down threes, which he normally doesn't do. I think GW is pretty fine with him knocking those down.
He's now got 20 points and 4 made triples. Garrett Johnson wide open. They're daring him to shoot.
Another one.
Again.
DJ Khaled.
And a foul in pursuit of a loose ball. I can see that little index finger raised right there. They'll send it the other way. It'll be Rambler ball. Foul to Castro is his second. So there are 6 fouls on each side. It is bonus now, rest of the way for both teams. Reese against Dinkins.
Was that a backcourt violation? The referee's gonna let him have that. In the post, stay solid.
Forced to Rubin, a little off target. Castro funnels. Autry Euro. And it goes down. That's a home roll.
Such a wide frame, able to finish in the paint in traffic amongst the trees. Again, a vocal leader. He's getting some buckets.
Into the corner, Anderson. In and out. Castro is a poke free. Rubin tracks it down. Down a ton. There's not a lot of time, right? You got to have some urgency in the half court.
Some urgency, but you got to get to the paint because if you're going to get to the get some foul trouble, you might as well stop the clock and get some free throws going. That's only if you're going to attack the paint. Try to create some sort of contact.
Castro the call. Dinkins with the screen. Rubin's got it.
Watch this switch. They want to look for threes when Miles Rubin is up in the drop.
8 to shoot. Castro double, fights through, misses. Rubin's got it. You can feel each team almost catching its breath right now.
Catching its breath. I can tell right now. It's a little gasping for, not gasping for air, but maybe not getting the quality of shots that they want. He got to shoot it. Young fella got to shoot it. Attack. There we go.
Oh, glides and misses. Castro, headman up ahead. Autry slows it up.
That's a smart decision. Get a good one. You made 2 missed shots lately around the rim. Get a good one. Get something solid.
Jones against Reese.
Too much of an ISO, but when the defense is giving that to you, ISOing the whole possession may work out in your favor.
Winsu is it knocked away. Christian Jones 2-on-1. Good lead. Dinkins. 87 for GW and still 4+ to go. Reese across. We'll get a timeout. We'll step aside. The lead gaudy once more. Drew Valentine and company trying to find a way to fight back.
Stand mixer for only $56.
There's millions of fast auctions and always something to win on DealDash.com. And today, new users get a $50 bonus credit. Go to DealDash.com right now and see how much you'll save.
And shipping is always free.
I tried the new 100 milligram generic Viagra for only 87 cents from Friday Plans that everyone is talking about. I wanted to see if it's a scam. Here's what happened. I just had to fill out the online health form, which took me under 2 minutes, and a licensed doctor approved me for a free prescription the same day. They even included free 3-day discreet shipping right to my door. I tried my first tablet, and within 30 minutes, it was working as well as the name brand. My wife can't stop smiling, and my confidence is through the roof. Scan the QR code or go to grabfridayplans.com to try it for yourself. I still can't believe I got 9 tablets of 100 milligram generic Viagra for just $7. I feel like I'm in my 20s again. My wife even told me, "You're like a whole new man." Don't wait as long as I did. It is the best $7 I have ever spent. Scan the QR code or go to grabfridayplans.com right now to get yours before this deal runs out.
College basketball on CBS. CBS Sports Network, presented by Fresh Bet. Let's revisit your Fresh Bet keys to the game. How they holding up?
Well, Loyola definitely is turning the ball over at a high rate. We have 4 minutes left, so I'm not sure what the final turnover is going to be. But they're staying out of foul trouble, which is great. In the GW, I said the bench scoring was going to be important. They stood and delivered, and they're hitting the offensive boards, creating second chance points, and that's very deflating as well.
A little over 4 minutes to go. Loyola Chicago getting 20 from Joshua Ola-Joseph, who has knocked down 4 triples. While the Revs, they have 5 in double figures and 2 more knocking on the door.
Yeah.
Aaron Gurn's got 8. Hunger's got 7.
I think we won't see any more Miles Rubin tonight or Winsu. I think they should live to shoot another day, get some rest, and just prepare for the next game.
Anderson hit and fouled. Bonus time. And it'll be Benjamin. So Benjamin's got his first, and we'll have the first of the one-and-ones this half with a pretty good amount of time to go.
Pretty good amount of time. Let's see if they can continue to get into the free throw line. But Anderson, he's on the court now. He needs to go. There's no excuses. This is time for you to go. 4 minutes to prove to your coach that you can get an expanded role even when guys come back from injury.
Free throw miss, rebound Autry. It's a tough miss on the front end of a one-and-one.
Yeah, but it's going to be a learning experience for him.
Jones picked it up awkwardly.
GWs needs to keep grinding away, keep doing what they're doing, running their sets, picking up fouls like that. When the inexperienced players are in the game, they get a little handsy. We got free throws coming up.
And bonus time in favor of GW. Each team now with 7. Ola-Joseph. He's now got 3. So Castro out. Hunger is back. Aaron Gurn to the line. Career 74% free throw shooter. Young man from Venezuela who came stateside to go to high school because he had dreams of doing this, playing American college basketball.
Yes. Kudos to him. Great story. Actually sends some of his NIL money to his family back home. So, hey, he's doing the good work. I would love for a son to take care of me like that one day. Hopefully he's listening right now.
Second is in the air and good. So here come the Ramblers. Got off to a rough start, began just 1-7. They did win at Rhode Island to kick off league play. Glasgow begging for it up top, nearly turned over, sprawling Tavares, could not get to it. GW ball.
Now you see the fact that GW is not letting up. They're still hard trapping those ball screens and hoping for a turnover. They are keeping their foot on the pedal.
Yeah, points off turnovers today are 23-2 in favor of Chris Caputo's Revs.
Oy vey. That's going to be a definitely difficult film session tomorrow, watching all those right there.
Christian Jones walks it up. There's still intensity from Anderson, the freshman getting extended time. Aaron Gurn and Benjamin double.
Got away. Tavares got away with the jersey pull right there. Boo Boo Benjamin's jersey out of pocket right there. By any means.
Giveaway on that wraparound. Tavares corner. Glasgow for 3. A little flat miss. Benjamin on the run.
Run back. Get back. Hard foul. No easy look.
Oh, Euro lefty. That was pretty, Roy.
Oh, my gosh. Our former coach, Big John Thompson, would be getting on me right now to no easy layups.
It's the 9th time this year GW has scored 90 or more. 3-ball Ola-Joseph in and out. Won by Hunger. This program hasn't had that many times 90+ since the mid-50s.
Yeah, they are playing extremely well.
The last time they did this, Dwight Eisenhower was in office. John Wooden was in his 8th year at UCLA.
John Wooden would have definitely had some weak side defense right there.
Glasgow. Let's see what the pyramid can yield for the Ramblers. Ola-Joseph having a huge day. Bad pass. Young couldn't handle. Jones gets it up. Benjamin. 56 these guys play together a lot?
They definitely do. They definitely do. But it's pride, Loyola, pride.
95-62. Anderson for three. No.
This young man Anderson should not be disappointed in this play right now. Definitely has some things to work on the defensive end, getting into the ball, but his confidence should definitely grow from this game.
Three ball! What a shot! Trey Auction tumbling down into his bench. Their next bucket, they're going to hit a hundo. Young, a lot of that second unit in. Tavares off the tip, rejected. Here come the Revs on the 100.
You know, John, when I look at this GW team, even after a loss, they are smiling. They're having fun. They are so enjoying the moment right now. Look, Christian Jones, he's smiling right now, even though his teammate missed a shot. It's about camaraderie. You're building towards something at the end of the season that you can look back on and say, hey, you know what? We did our part. Now we have some other guys off the bench. The scout team is able to come in now and get some buckets, maybe push it to 100, get this crowd even going even more.
Foul to Hunger, his fourth. So Glasgow to the line. 1 minute clean to go. Chris Caputo's message closing to his team yesterday after their scout video. We are on the clock. It is time to take that next step. Coming off their lone loss in league play, send a message on Saturday. And it has been a blowout from a 22-0 start.
Man, those guys are locked in. Kudos to the assistant coaches because literally they went through every single detail from top to bottom. And you know what? In that scout, everybody was locked in. Everybody was talking. Everybody is on the same page.
Here's the ball in the hands of Amir Arrington, the walk-on's first minutes of the game as they go deep bench. Loyola does the same. Sam Urasek getting his first minutes of the season. 10 to shoot. The walk-on for three.
If he hits this three.
101.
Young fella, the glow-up is real.
The walk-on's time to shine. Young puts it home. That's the second time they've hit the century mark this year. They dropped 107 on American. That was their highest scoring, not overtime game in 13 years.
Look at the bench. They're so happy for their teammates. So happy.
So Young at the line for the and one. From a 22-0 assault at the start. Timer off. Young's got it. And he's fouled again. The GW well on its way to a third league victory. George Mason off to a program record 4-0 start. Dayton overcame a strong shooting performance by GW, but along with St. Louis, the only unblemished teams in the league, and it's still early yet.
It's definitely still early. I think we're calling a couple George Mason GW games, I think, later on this season again. You'll see the power team back together.
And Drew Valentine and company, you pain for what they're going through, particularly Justin Moore, who has missed the entire second half here today.
Yeah, tough when you don't have bodies to go out there and play. Got to tip my hat to Drew. He's staying positive. I'm surprised his hair isn't gray or falling out, but GW came to play. They did not mess around. They came out with effort.
An offensive clinic in what's been a wonderful offensive year. 101-66. GW takes care of the Ramblers. For Roy Hibbert and our entire crew, I'm John Sadak. This has been a presentation of CBS Sports Network, the 24-hour home of CBS Sports. After a break, it'll be out to California. Washington State visits St. Mary's. We